Hi, I'm Taylor Thorne,
And I'm Christy Grow.
and this is our screencast on fractions and decimals.
First off, we're going to talk about what we previously learned and what we're going to learn. So, what we're going to learn today is we're going to learn how to convert a decimal to a fraction and a fraction to a decimal. After that, we will be talking about these sections 2.1 to 2.6 to learn how to do operations on our fractions and our decimals.
Okay, so first off, we will define a fraction, and you can think of a fraction as just a different representation of a whole number. So here's an example, 2 over 4, which we all know as 1/2. And fractions always take this form here with a numerator over a denominator separated by the fraction bar.
Now we'll define what a decimal is. A decimal is a way to represent part of a whole number, just like a fraction, except it's written differently. For example, we need to know our place values, and this is something we previously learned. Our 0 right here is our whole number in our ones place. And then our 1 right after the decimal is our tens place, our 2 is our 100ths place, our 3 is our 1,000ths place, our 4 is our 10,000ths place, and our 5 is 100,000ths place, and so on. That keeps going. So a way to read a decimal, for instance, let's say we have just 0.1 without all the extra numbers on the end. That will be said as 1/10. So this number is less than 1 but greater than 0. We can see that because it's between 0 and 1 in our ones column place. Another example is 1.12345. So this number is greater than 1 but less than 2.
So we have a method for converting fractions to decimals, and here's our old friend 2 over 4 from our earlier example. And when we're converting a fraction to a decimal, all we really need to do is think of the fraction bar here as a division sign, and you can just divide the numerator by the denominator, which was 4. And 2 divided by 4 is 1/2, or 0.5.
Now we need to know how to convert a decimal to a fraction. So first, think of our decimal. A lot of us might say 0.85, but how we would technically read this mathematically is 85/100ths. So let's learn how to convert this number.
So we'll break this down into 4 steps, and the first step is to write the decimal in the numerator of a fraction like we did here, and we want to set the denominator as 1, and that's step 1.
Step 2, count the number of digits on the right side of the decimal. All right, we have 1, 2 numbers on the right side of the decimal.
Step 3, for every digit we count on the right, we're going to multiply both the numerator and the denominator of our fraction by 10. So we had our 2 digits here, and I'm going to multiply the top by 10 twice and the bottom by 10 twice.
So after all of our math is done, we can simplify 10 over 10 times 10 over 10 equal to 100 over 100. Notice that 100 over 100 is 1. It's equal to 1. So we're not changing the value of our decimal, but we are multiplying by this so we can get an easier fraction that we can work with. And we obtain 85 over 100th. Remember, That's the same as 85/100ths, which is how we pronounce our decimal, 0.85.
The last step in converting a fraction to a decimal, or a decimal to a fraction, is to reduce your fraction. So here was our fraction at the end of the last step. Notice that both the top number and the bottom number, the numerator and the denominator, are multiples of 5. So we can divide both numerator and denominator by 5 to get 17/20ths.
And 85/100ths equals 17/20. Yay!